Right, hello guys, welcome back to the series. Welcome back to our epic quest across Europe to win the top flight division in each of the European nations in the game. We've made it to the final five. As you may know from the last couple of episodes, we're in France as the manager of Lyon. We finished last season at the end of last episode, and there's been a bit of a development, which, you know, doesn't need any words really. Manager of PSG. Our friend, I think his name is Alessio De Santis. He is, or was, the manager of PSG. He's our friend in our career. Of course, he is the man who took the PSG job when he was the manager of RB Salzburg, which allowed us to get into Salzburg. He has now, which I'll show you in a minute, he has taken our former job at Benfica. Benfica didn't actually employ a new manager. They just had a caretaker in charge for the second half of the season after we left and took the Lyon job. But De Santis has just taken the Benfica job, which is surprising because PSG have just won the Champions League. They also won the league for the umpteenth time in this save. And he left and took over at Benfica after us. So I jumped on the chance straight away to get to PSG. Makes our job in France so much easier. And this will be, should be, our final season in France. Of course, we're not here to overthrow PSG or anything like that. We're here to win the league, move on to the next one. We're into the final five. We're so close to getting all 33 done. So, in a move which is sure to spark plenty of heated debate, and it actually is this time, Dean Talentire has left Lyon to join divisional rivals Paris Saint-Germain. Talentire arrives with a record of 1,689 wins in his career. He's also won 36 league titles and 28 cups, one of which is the Champions League with Benfica. Obviously, Lyon will now be looking for a new manager. We will meet the players, obviously, when we go through and go through our first lineup of the season. Media prediction is first, though, as you'd expect with PSG. Not a lot of transfer budget, which is surprising. It is very, very surprising. Of course, the board expect us to win the league, reach the latch stages of the Champions League, but we are the defending champions and win the Coupe de France. So, let's get in and have a quick glance over the squad. We'll have a look at the club info. Key player is considered to be a Frenchman, Adel Madeur, 31-year-old on £195,000 a week. Inside forward on the left-hand side. Very, very good. Finishing's a little bit poor, but he's got great agility, great pace, dribbling, first touch. Fantastic with the ball at his feet. Made 200 appearances for PSG as well, which is absolutely immense. If we just have a quick look at De Santis as well, I will show you him. Alessio De Santis, he was the RB Salzburg manager. He left to take the PSG job, which is when we got the Salzburg job, when we locked in there. And like I say, he has just left and taken over as the manager of Benfica. Benfica's manager for last season was an interim manager role, as you can see there. He was in for 165 days after we left the club and won 4 cups and 1 league in our only season in Portugal, the quintuple, which is fantastic. So De Santis is doing us a big favour. If he could move on to Bayern Munich straight away after Benfica, so we can get in there for the next nation, that would be fantastic. He is a world-class manager, 53 years old, exceptional reputation. We are sort of catching him up on his in terms of reputation. You can see that we've now made it to 5 stars. We're at 95% on our reputation, so we are also a world-class manager. Let's have a quick look at affiliates. We've probably got, no, we haven't actually got that many. We've got, we won't have a senior affiliate, but we do have a lot of affiliate clubs, junior affiliates, I suppose they're called. Yeah, so in at PSG at the Parc des Princes, 55,000 seat stadium. Like I say, Lyon are now looking for a new manager. Hopefully they get one pretty soon. We did sign a couple of players for Lyon before we left. If we have a quick look, we signed Denier Pajero for 7.5 million from River Plate. He would have been the right hand side inside forward, a very, very good player, 26-year-old Colombian. Value is immediately, you know, it's nearly 10 times what we paid for him. And then we brought in an old player of ours from from Red Bull Salzburg, and that is Ibrahim Gerardo. He would have been the left hand side inside forward. he did really well for us at RB Salzburg. He's 32 years old now. We did pay £24 million for him at Lyon, but he is still a very good player, and this was me trying to improve the Lyon squad ready for this season. There have been a few outs as well, as you can see, which is trying to balance the books for the players that we brought in. So what that actually did for Lyon is it did reduce their odds to 9s. I did get them down to 9s, and then a couple of those players left, and it's gone up back to 17s, unfortunately. So we were putting the building blocks in place for Lyon to overthrow PSG, but we don't need to now because we've looked in again. In terms of the players, it is Maduro who's considered to be the best player at the club. It's then Raul Pedro de Luna. He is a centre half or a right wing back as a ball playing defender on defend. Very, very good. Yeah, absolutely class. 24-year-old Mexican, valued at £250 million, people. It's the kind of money that we're starting to get into now with these bigger nations. Robert Cheetham is a 26-year-old Englishman, can play on the left-hand side as an inside forward. Again, very, very good. Finishing maybe not the greatest, but he's actually currently injured for 8 days to 2 weeks. Again, a very, very good player. £1.5 million from QPR, valued nearly £100 million now, is the Englishman. And then the last one we'll have a quick look at is Borja Castellano. Unfortunately, he doesn't play in a position which we really utilise. A 26-year-old Spaniard, £150 million on £250,000 a week. In fact, while we're here, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to train him to be a Segundo Volante, because he does have the attributes to play in there very, very well. So we'll get him training onto that. In terms of the schedule, we are going to be back to take on the opening 2 games of the season against Strasbourg and Nantes. You can see that I do have pre-season to play through still. I've also got the Trophy de Champions, which I'm assuming is League and Cup winners against each other, kind of like the Charity Shield in England. So I'm going to go and do all these pre-season games now, and we'll come back and we'll check out the squad properly and take on Strasbourg and Nantes. So catch up with you guys again in just a minute. Right guys, welcome back. We have made it to that first game of the season against Strasbourg. As you can see, a couple of things of note to go through, and that involves transfers while you're here. We have moved on a couple of players for small fees. The players who I evaluated in pre-season, they weren't really first team players. The big one was possibly Efrain Lopez. We sold him to Arsenal, 31 years old. We've got a total of £62 million for him at 31 years old. He is valued crazily high, and he is a very, very good advanced forward, but we have 2 advanced forwards ahead of him in the squad. So but 105 goals in 160 games for PSG is a good record, although it is a bit of a farmers league, if I'm being entirely honest, as far as PSG are concerned. But we cashed in on him. He was 3rd choice striker, really, so I brought the money in. We also had one of the Segundo Volantes. He played the first pre-season game for us, and then he retired. So I've had to bring a Segundo Volante in, and the guy I brought in is Unai Lucas, a 27-year-old Spaniard. We've paid a total of £60 million for him. He can play anywhere up the middle of the park, really. So if we wanted to play as an advanced forward, if we needed the cover, he can. But he's actually in as a Segundo Volante on attack for us this season. He is very, very good in that position, which is why I spent the money on him. Tackling and marking, not so great. So he's not so great defensively, but I am expecting a lot from him going forward. Of course, formerly of Real Madrid, and we actually signed him off Wolverhampton Wanderers. His value's already doubled since we brought him in. So that's the 2 things of note, really, for us to get into. But we are going to take on Strasbourg today, and of course we are going to meet the players. In fact, one thing I did forget is we've done the Trophy to Champions, and you can see that we did beat Rennes 1-0 in that one, which was obviously a good result. The goal scorer in that one was Nicola Colonna, who we're going to meet in just a second. And here it is. Here is what I consider to be our strongest lineup. The goalkeeper is Bodhert. He is a 32-year-old Colombian on 99 caps for Colombia. A very, very good goalkeeper, particularly in the shot-stopping area and his one-on-ones, which is really, really good. Pleased to see that. Decent value to him as well, £97,000 a week. Of course, the wages here in Paris are absolutely horrific, the amount of money that these footballers are getting paid, but that's just the world that we live in. Right back for today is going to be Moreira. He is a 24-year-old Portuguese, formerly of Tondela, brought in for £5.75 million. valued around about £30 mark. He's not on a lot of money compared to some of the other players, but he is still a very, very capable right wing back. Possibly the area of weakness in this squad. You know, we'll see how that goes. Centre back is going to be De Luna. We did have a quick look at De Luna. Very, very good centre half. £80 million, 24-year-old Mexican, very good player. Alongside De Luna, we have Lucas Arnarelis. He is a 28-year-old Greek, and again another absolutely fantastic beast of a centre half. Really, really good, powerful centre back. It says here, fantastic player. £36 million from Olympiacos. Again, valued at £90 million. On a lot of money though, in terms of his wages, but a very good player nonetheless. Left back is going to be Salgar for this season, a 33-year-old Colombian with 107 caps, maybe slightly getting on a bit in age, but still more than capable of playing as that wing back for us. Still got decent pace. His legs haven't quite gone yet at 33 years old. Again, another very, very good player. 343 appearances for PSG in his career, which is fantastic. He's been here for 15 years nearly, so good servant to the club. Defensive midfielder on defend for the season is going to be Dimitri Tobar. He can play as a right back as well, although his crossing is not really up to scratch. But as a defensive midfielder on defend, marking 18, positioning 19, he is one hell of a defender defensively. Legs and physically maybe not so great. Pace is a bit poor, but as you can see here, he doesn't really need his pace for his position. But as long as his positioning and marking are all good, then he should be fine. 35 years old though, so he is getting on in years. Segundo volantes, we've got Torreya. Is it Huile Torreya? 24-year-old Spaniard. Again, maybe not quite the best Segundo volante, but he can't finish, but he can tackle, which is good. He's really tall as well, 6'6". He could be a target from corners. Again, an intelligent footballer. Pretty new signing according to that. He's only played 5 games for the club. Oh no, he's been here for quite some time, but he's only actually played 5 first-team games for PSG. And then the other Segundo volante is our own signing in Unai Lucas. Again, he looks like an absolute beast of a player. So, looking forward to seeing what he can do in a PSG shirt. On the left-hand side, we do have Medor. He is the key player at the club. The left-sided inside forward. Again, some very, very good attributes. His agility and his pace. His dribbling, his first touch. I'm really looking forward to seeing that. 31 years old though. 98 caps for France with 20 goals. Like I said, good servant to the club. On the right-hand side, we have Pierre-Francois Jaeger. 32-year-old Belgium. Again, another very good inside forward. One who maybe can't quite finish, but again, he's got good agility, determination, crossing, dribbling, first touch. All of that is really, really good. 277 appearances for PSG. So a lot of these players have been here for a long time, and so they've done quite well. Starting striker for the season is going to be Nicolas Colonna, a 31-year-old Belgian, signed from our former club. It might even be us who sold him to PSG. I don't know. It's possible. It is possible that it was us. Fantastic striker as an advanced forward. 18, 19 pace, technique. Yeah, he's got 110 and 130 appearances for PSG so far this season. We do have a more than capable backup for him as well in Hernando Mina. Again, another very, very accomplished advanced forward, the 31-year-old Colombian. So expect to see those two rotating throughout the season. So that's our first lineup as the manager of PSG. Let's hope we can knock this one off quite quickly. I'm probably expecting maybe an unbeaten season this season. That's got to be our aim with PSG. Has to be our aim with PSG. But anyway, I've talked enough, so let's get into the game. Well, approaching 20 minutes into our first game as the manager of PSG, and we get our first highlights. A loop and cross from Jaeger, which Adel Medor from the other wing has cannoned off the crossbar, and it's bounced over the line. It's the first thing that's happened in this game, and we've scored from it in the 18th minute, which is really, really good to see. It's a decent ball in from Jaeger. It's deflected up into the air. The goalkeeper's come and not done anything, and Medor has hammered that in off the bottom of the crossbar. But we have Strasbourg came out the blocks flying, and then we've just obviously in cruise control from there. Moreira takes this throw in. We've put the ball in the back of the net. It's Unai Lucas with his first goal of the season on his league debut, which is fantastic. So we've scored 2 in the space of 3 minutes there. The commentary says it's another really good set piece routine. Really, that's great play, absolutely great play, and it's a volley past the goalkeeper in a game which we are now massively on top. When we get a highlight straight from the kickoff, it is Strasbourg kicking the ball off. I fancy us to pinch the ball here and go and make it 3 though. It's Ivan finds Chimetzi, now Renedy Pinto. There we go, we've gone and pinched the ball. It's Lucas with the ball travelling forward inside the area, looking for his second of the game. He's hit the outside of the post, and Jaeger picks up the second ball, looks to pull it across again, but Strasbourg, I think, are going to get this clearly. Do indeed. Lucas looks an absolute threat, and for £60 million, I think he's going to be a really good signing. 35 on the clock now. A goal kick for Strasbourg, which we do. It's just they didn't even challenge for it. And now Lucas plays the ball forward towards Kelowna, finds Madura, scorer of the first goal, switches this to the other wing, and Jaeger's in. Pierre-Francois Jaeger gets his first goal of the season, and it's now Paris Saint-Germain 3, Strasbourg 0 in the first half. Still looking to come forward to make it 4 before half time. We nearly get on the end of that. A good corner there from Lucas, but Salgar picks it up. It's now Torreira driving towards that penalty area again. The big defensive midfielder, I should have really had him at that near post. It's Salgar, pulls the ball across for Nicolas Kelowna with his second of the season, and it is now PSG 4, Strasbourg 0. Still inside the first half. It's a very dominant display so far from PSG, and I think this is kind of what we can expect this season. You probably sat there thinking, well, this isn't a challenge at all, but that's not the challenge that we've got in this save. The challenge is to win the top flight division in every European nation. Not to overthrow giants. We're just here to win the league. I don't care who we do it with, as long as we get it done. Strasbourg with a rare venture into our half. Chimetzi with the free kick. We do head it away through Amarellis. They've got the ball back in. Amares clears it again. Lebreton gets the ball back. Lebris switches the play to the right hand side, and Pinto brings it down. Checks back onto his left foot, does get it across, and Rafael Fernandez has got a goal back there for Strasbourg. So we're not infallible at the back, really. We have conceded a goal to Strasbourg, which is a little bit of an upset as far as things are concerned. Amarellis with this deep free kick finds Mina, who we've brought on for Kelowna to get some of our excellent second choice striker, we'll call him, even though he's absolutely fantastic, to get him some game time, and he's gone close there. That's a good save by Dorsey in goal. We've also brought Castellano on in that Segundo Volante role. He's still trying to learn the role, is the attacking midfielder, so get him some game time. He's over this corner towards that near post, and De Luna, who gets his head on the ball. That's a poor header though from the centre half, and it has gone over the bar. Can he get on the end of this one though? Castellino again looking for De Luna. It's headed clear. Salgar helps it back in, and Unai Lucas with his second goal of the season. The assist from Pierre-Francois Jaeger, and Lucas is looking deadly around that 18-yard line so far. He's good signing from Wolverhampton Wanderers there. He's got 2 on his debut. And as we draw the game to a close, Pierre-Francois Jaeger has picked up the man of the match award. Of course, he did score a couple of assists as well, which is really good for the right hand side. We limited Strasbourg to virtually nothing. Unfortunately, they did score, which was disappointing, but we've had 18 shots on target ourselves, which is a fantastic start to the season. So guys, after the first game of the season, we are the only team who have played so far, PSG and Strasbourg, so of course we are top of the league. I am going to come back and do the Nantes game though. We do have Newcastle United in the UEFA Super Cup in between, so I'm going to go and wait and do that now, and I'll catch up with you guys in 9 days time, where we'll take on Nantes away from home, where hopefully we can continue that good start to the season. So I'll see you guys in just a minute. Right guys, welcome back. We have made it to the second game of today's episode, away to Nantes. A quick update of how the UEFA Super Cup went. We lost on penalties to Newcastle United, which, as you know, for me as a Sunderland fan, anything that involves Newcastle winning anything is pretty disappointing. You can see there's 2 red cards in the game though. Moreira for us was sent off in the 60th minute. Gonçalves for Newcastle was sent off in extra time. We did lose the game on penalties though. We missed our first one and our third one, unfortunately. So Lucas and Amarellis both missed their penalties. Newcastle did miss one though through Sergio Gomez, but unfortunately it wasn't enough for us to stop Newcastle United winning the Super Cup. So that's a little bit disappointing, but we are going to take on Nantes today, and hopefully we can continue the good league start that we've had in France in our second season here. Same lineup as the first game, no changes. Bodhart does have a slight injury. It's actually a pulled groin. I'm pretty sure he can manage playing with a pulled groin. We do have Matthew Levy in goal, who is quite capable himself. He's not really played too much football for PSG throughout his career, and we do in fact have a promise to sell him if we get 14.5 million for him. But other than that, it is the same lineup for today's game. So we're underway in the 6th minute. It is a goal kick for Nantes, which they go long. De Luna wins that one in the air though, but it does fall at the feet of a Nantes player. They play it forward and absolutely shocking. Moreira picks it up at right back, finds Tobar, back to Moreira again. Driving forward towards halfway, finds Colonna, looking for Jaeger with that little inside pass there, but it hasn't quite come off. Excuse me there, by the way, guys. Choking on my own words. Colonna with the ball, driving forward. Defender's gone with him all the way. Colonna comes back inside to Tobar. Lucas. Good tackle there on Torreira, but Lucas does pick up the second ball, driving towards the penalty area. Pulls it back for Torreira. Gile Torreira. The Spaniard gets his first goal of the season inside the 7th minute, and we've come out the blocks really, really quick again here in France. We seem to be doing a lot in France. We did it with Lyon as well. We came out the blocks flying in games, and now we've done it with PSG as well. And we're looking to make it 2. Jaeger with the corner towards that near post, headed clear. It's a poor corner, didn't really hit any PSG players. But the goal scorer Torreira does end up with the ball, finds Salgar on the left hand side, comes back inside to Amarellis. Amarellis back to Salgar. Lucas, Amarellis, Tobar, Torreira, Jaeger, Lucas. Oh my god, Unai Lucas with his 3rd of the season. Wow, what a goal. What a goal from PSG. Some nice, crisp, one-touch passing between the players, really. Between all of them, to be fair. Okay, I say one touch. There's actually more than one touch, but what a finish that is from Lucas to get his 3rd of the season from a defensive midfield position as well, by the way. And we're looking to make it 3, still inside the first 20 minutes. Lucas is fouled there. It's outside the area. We don't need VAR for this, please. It was outside the area. It's going to be Lucas himself to take the free kick. Goes deep towards Colonna. Colonna gets his head on it, and Gile Torreira gets his 2nd of the game. And our Segundo Volantes guys are working a treat here at PSG, which is absolutely great. It's what you like to see from this formation. This tactic has done us so well throughout pretty much this entire career that we've had here. We're looking to make it 4, still inside the first 20 minutes. This is Lucas from the edge of the area with the free kick, and it's not too far wide from Lucas. Abubakar with the goal kick from that free kick though. Everybody's just jumped underneath it, and Moreira comes across from right back, finds the ball, finds Salgar. Now Tobar driving forward, switching the play to the right hand side, and Jaeger gets there before the defender, checks back onto his left foot, finds Torreira into Colonna. It's well blocked by the defender, and Nantes do manage to clear the ball. Well, after those frantic first 20 minutes of the game, it did settle down there, guys. We didn't get another highlight before half time. Fantastic performance so far from PSG. The 2 Segundo Volantes putting us 3-0 up. And it's been a much quieter second half so far. Nantes have actually been more prominent in the second half. They've had all the momentum, and they are coming forward. Torreira heads that back to a Bodhart though, who claims it comfortably. Throws out to De Luna. De Luna, can he pick out a teammate? Finds Torreira, of course, on a hat-trick now. Torreira. Moreira switches the ball to the left, and Salgar, who can drive forward, he's got some space to run to, comes inside to Tobar instead, gives it back to Salgar, now over halfway. We've got the ball down the line towards Medor. Medor checks back onto his right foot inside the area. Lucas, Salgar, Moreira right back. we come all the way back to De Luna. It gives it back to Moreira. Opportunity to get the ball in the box. There's 5 blue shirts in there. We do get the ball in, but it's headed clear by the defender. And now Lucas from the edge of the area. I thought he'd got another one. My game stuttered for a minute there. I thought it was about to ripple in the back of the net, but unfortunately not. But Unai Lucas looks an absolute threat from sort of the edge of the 18-yard box so far. It looks like a really, really good signing. And we're coming forward again with about 15 minutes to go. It's Moreira on this right-hand side, who is on a yellow card again, by the way. Is discipline going to be a problem with Moreira? But he just threw the ball forward towards Colonna. He doesn't get there. The defender heads it clear. And now Thiago finds a Vignati for Nantes, but he's running down a bit of a blind alley there. He does manage to get the ball back to his teammate, and Nantes looking to build something from the back here with a Vignati again. Switches the play to the left-hand side. And Amamou forward towards Najafi. Najafi puts the ball in the back of the net, but was he onside? I think he was. I think Salgar was playing him on at left back. We will confirm that indeed he was onside. So we have conceded again. Unfortunately, was it Salgar who played him onside, or was it De Luna at centre half? No, I think it was Amarellis, to be honest, and Salgar. A combination of the two of them played him onside. So unfortunately, we have conceded again. Hopefully, it's not going to be a second one though for Nantes. They have been on top in this second half, which is a little bit concerning. Cologna's not had the best of games again up top either. We may look to bring Mina in for the next couple of games, as Amarellis, the centre half, brings the ball out, finds Lucas to the left, and Mador forward towards the aforementioned Colonna, who looks to cheat the... Oh my word. I say he's not had the best of games so far, and then he goes and produces that Messi-like finish there. A little cheeky chip over the goalkeeper. That's a great finish, and that's what world-class players get you, which is what we've now got here in France. We had it at Benfica as well, to be fair, some world-class players, but what a finish that is from Colonna. Nantes still looking to get something else out of this game though. It's wasted ball forward. Salgar did not need to header that though, and he's put it straight back in danger. I hope that's something that is fixed in FM24 when I eventually get round to playing it. I haven't even downloaded it yet, never mind played it. I'm trying to get this finished. But Hile Terrella picking up the man of the match with his 2 goals. We have scored 4 in a game again this season. So as we look to wrap the episode up, guys, after the opening 2 games of the season, PSG, where they belong, at the top of the table. On goal difference over Rennes and Toulouse though, and Lens as well. Our former club Lyon, having played 2, they've got a goal difference of 4, but it does look like they have lost a game on the 3 points there. But yeah, really, really good from PSG so far. We've scored, I think, 9 in the league in total now, conceded 2, which is fantastic. Of course, we're going to come back a third of the way through the season, guys, which could, in fact, be against Lyon and Rennes, who are currently sat in 2nd place. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll do Lyon and Rennes. Hopefully, we've got a little bit of a cushion at the top by then, which we should do as the manager of PSG, of course. But that's it for today, guys. Thank you very, very much for watching. As always, please remember to leave a comment for me. I like seeing your comments. I like replying to you guys. And it's great to see that you're engaged in the series. But I will see you next episode, guys. So thank you very much. See you later.